Hi, it's Olivia, and today I'll be doing a book tag, which I haven't done in a little while, so I'm really excited. It's the Never Will I Ever book tag, and I was tagged by Clara from Clara Reads Books. She just hit 2,000 subscribers, so continue to make that number go higher, because we're not going to stop at 2,000. And then this tag was originally created by Kevin from the IrishReader, so go and check out his channel too, because I just found his channel, and I'm also liking his stuff. There's only 8 questions in this tag, so let's just get right into it. The first one is, never will I ever ship this. Pick a book or a series OTP that you'll never ship. This one's kind of more mainstream, from a mainstream book. The Hunger Games. I never cared about Katniss and Gale. I never saw that being a ship, like, at all. In my mind, it was only Katniss and Peeta. Number 2 is, never will I ever forget this ending. Choose a book or series ending that you'll never forget in a good or bad way. For that, I'm going to choose The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne, and I'll never forget this ending in a heartbreaking way. Number 3 is, never will I ever get over this character's death. Pick a character death from a book or series that you'll never stop mourning. Give a spoiler warning. Spoiler for if you have not read the British Terabithia or seen the movie follows the plot almost exactly, so if you saw the movie, you're good. Mute me until this picture goes away if you don't want to be spoiled. I just finished watching the movie again last night, and Leslie's death doesn't get any easier. Like, it is so heartbreaking, I think, more so because of just how beautiful of a character she was. And any time a child dies, it's so sad. So I'm going to have to go with Leslie for this one. Number 4 is, never will I ever stop crying over this book. Pick a book or series that you will always cry over in a good or bad way. I feel like the last 3 questions can probably be covered with one book, but I'm trying to keep the answers different. I don't know if I'd cry over a book reading it for a second time, and I very rarely cry in a book, so I'm just going to pick some books that have made me teary-eyed or close to teary-eyed. The first 2 I'm going to choose are the ones I just talked about, or The Boy in the Striped Pajamas and The British Terabithia. Also, I remember being super sad about this book, Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. I vaguely remember what happened, and it was just really upsetting, which, yeah, it was just upsetting, like almost angry tears, I think, for me on this one, if I cried at all. The other one is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I did not get emotional over this book for the reasons that you would think. I just found one of my favorite things about, I wish I made a review for this like right after I finished reading it, but our main character, Lou, this was really more about her story. It's her story, even though I know the sad part is about another character, but I related to her so much, and I think books where you relate so hard to a character are more impactful to you, and that's how it was for me. And just some of the things that were just some parts of this book just really touched me, and I did not expect that, like, at all. I thought this was just going to be a really sappy romance tragic book. I don't know. I was very surprised by this book. Number 5 is, never will I ever read this book or series. Pick a book or series that you'll never read. I'm sure 50 Shades of Grey is like a popular answer to this question, but I'm not going to say I'll never read that because I can't help it. I'm going to be honest, curiosity. I'm very curious about those books. A book that I have no desire for and will never read is probably going to be Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. And I felt this way before the controversy because I was a fan of the Divergent series, and I was so let down. I was so disappointed by Allegiant. I didn't like it at all. And that left a really bad taste in my mouth since those were the only books that Veronica Roth had written at the time. And so I just really didn't feel like reading anything else by her. And when I read the plot for Carve the Mark, when it hadn't even been released to anybody, even like the advanced copies, it just didn't seem that's just not, that has no interest with me at all. And then you have the added controversy and problematic stuff about it. It's not for me. Number 6 is, never will I ever stop raving about this book or series. Pick a book or series you'll never stop raving about or recommending. I feel like I say the same things in every video. I always mention A Court of Mist and Fury. I always mention Unwind. So what's something else? I found a good one. The Stinky Cheese Man and the Other Fairly Stupid Tales. I actually talked about this in a video I made a long time ago on my favorite childhood books. This is one of them. And I always thought this was like so scandalous too as like a second grader because it had that mean word stupid in the title. Like, wow. ooh, that's some juicy stuff. And it's just so fun, and it's hilarious. This is a hilarious book. Even the back, it says, "What is this doing here? This is ugly. Who is this ISBN guy?" And I love everything about this book. Pick it up. Number 7 is never will I ever lend this book or series out to a friend. Pick a book or series you'll never let someone borrow. Okay, so there's currently a friend of mine. We have lost touch. It's just one of those sad things where at some point one person just stopped talking to the other person. And so we haven't, the thing is, it sounds so dramatic, but I don't want to be the one to break the ice and text her. I feel like she's the one who kind of lost touch, and I kind of want her to respond, to reach out to me. The problem is she has like 4 of my books, and because we've lost touch, I kind of don't really, I only really want to ask her if I could have my books back. It sounds so bad. So ideally I wouldn't want people to borrow my books, but if I were the type to let people borrow, I wouldn't let someone borrow any of the books that I've defaced or drawn on, just because, you know, I don't want the books that I've done art on to be damaged in any way. Yeah. And number 8, the last question is, never will I ever not tag you. Tag 3 friends to do this tag that you'll never stop tagging. Richard from RichardReads, Nicole from Who Picked This Book. Have you done this tag? If you haven't done this tag, I tag you, Nicole. And Mark from ToastDragon Fantasy. He just started his channel like within the past month, and I've really been enjoying his videos, so make sure you subscribe to him. And that's all I have for today, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!